The next recipe we're gonna do is the pinwheel cookie. I mean, everybody's had that before, whether it was gluten or not gluten, and it is delectable. So we're gonna do this nice sugar cookie, almost shortbread tasting cookie. In the kitchen for that one. Now we're moving on to the peppermint pinwheel recipe. We have a lot of activity in the house, so if you hear background noise, it's just excitement over the cookies. So in here we have 3 cups of that all-purpose flour that we just used for the other recipe that we use in Namaste. Adding 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt into our mix. Bang it, make sure you get all of it out. Okay, 1 cup of softened butter, 1 beaten egg, 1 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of milk, I love you, Nala. I love you. I have a dog licking my leg right now. Do you think she tastes anything on me? She smells the air around me. This looks like a perfect sugar cookie dough because when I get my hands inside here and I'm gonna go to form it and chill it a little bit, look at how that comes together. It's a beauty. But I'm gonna split that in half. Remember that recipe calls for us to split it in half because 1/2 is gonna get the peppermint flavors and the other one is gonna get the chocolate flavors. You can get your scale out and you can measure them perfectly. And if you just want to play around and make 2 equal balls, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now before I go touching anything else in my kitchen, gotta clean my hands. Okay, so now I've divided this dough into the half like you saw. So now with the divided dough to 1/2, I'm gonna add this 3 ounces of unsweetened chocolate. I did a half and half. You know me. Never gonna do a normal recipe. Put that chocolate right in. We're gonna mix this chocolate with 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Here it is. Right in. We're gonna mix that up. Bit of a messy process. Into this half, I'm gonna put a 1/2 cup of crushed up candy canes and 1 teaspoon of peppermint extract. Oh my gosh, this smells phenomenal. Blend these nice and well for these new flavors and chill them for 5 minutes. To the peppermint extract in the crushed, I have to add 1 egg yolk. I still have time. I'm gonna add it right now. I'm gonna mix it again. Mixing is complete. There is my peppermint extract. Ooh, you're getting your hands all in this. It's like being a kid again in clay, in Play-Doh. I love Christmas time. And this is our chocolate with our vanilla bean. I'm gonna try to shape it just a little bit more square since we're gonna roll them and combine them to make those pinwheels. I'm gonna pop those in the refrigerator and we'll be back in 5 minutes with that. The dough's been chilling for about 5 minutes. And we're gonna compile them and then we're gonna really let that log chill for 2 hours. So on a flat surface, you can wax paper, I've got this little flexible silicone thing. I put a little flour. You can put powdered sugar also if you wanted to down, and you're gonna roll it out to 1/4 inch in thickness. And of course you're gonna want the chocolate one to be about the same size, so that's why I tried to shape it before I started rolling. I always find that dough has a mind of its own. It just kind of goes wherever it wants to go. So I'm trying to direct it, so to speak. As you can see, that's my shape of which I have. Definitely 1/4 inch in thickness, and now I'll just kind of make it even. Let's do the same for the chocolate. Still got a little bit of flour on that, so I think we're good. Just like I did with the vanilla, I'm gonna shape it first. Leave it, Nala. Thank you. Did a little measuring. for the width of it, so they're the same width. I'm just gonna double check the size. Rolling pin width. Ooh, my chocolate's a little wider. So the way I look at it is we're gonna do this, and any excess that doesn't fit in this roll, I'm just gonna make individual little cookies. Waste not, want not. Never waste any gluten-free flour, my friends. Never. All right, let's put this back on top. Not so shabby. I'm gonna cut off some of this excess on the bottom. I see a little spot right here. I don't know if you can see where it broke a little bit. No problem. So patchwork it is. But the size looks really good. So I'm just gonna kind of peek on the edges and go all around and make sure there's a little spot right here. There's no chocolate there. And now, since I'm on a flexible board, we're gonna make the roll. And we're gonna roll it long ways so that we can cut later on. The chocolate's gonna be on the outside, okay? You could do this on wax paper. You see how that began the roll? You just take that flexible. You can also do it without this, but I'm just cheating right now because this makes it a little easier. And just keep rolling, see? So you really don't need the flexible mat. You can do this with just your hands, but like I said, it was just a little bit easier. Anything sticks, just make sure you keep your hand rolling it. This is what my roll looks like before I pop it in the fridge. And we're gonna be trimming that up, right? So this is the stuff we're gonna trim. This is what the roll looks like. I'm gonna roll that right onto my saran wrap. And off it goes into the fridge for 2 hours. So my little pinwheel log has been in the fridge for 2 hours, and I'm gonna cut it into 1/2 inch thick slices. We'll pop them in this 375 preheated oven for 12 to 13 minutes. 1/2 inch thick, beautiful pinwheel, parchment lined pans. I'm gonna make sure we have some space in between. Of course, the end, I'm still gonna use it. Why would I waste that? Gosh, those are super cute. We got 20 cookies. In they go. And these are our pinwheels with chocolate and peppermint. And I did taste one of those too. So I have to be honest, today was a whole bunch of taste testing. I hope you enjoy your Christmas cookies. Merry Christmas. And don't forget to go on over to my website if you haven't already looked at my book. Pre-sale's going on, release date, January 5th.